This is Omead Sedghian, and welcome to my cross-country navigation experience with the Garmin G3X. So our available equipment are the Garmin G3X, the Garmin G500, as well as the Garmin Navigational System 430. We'll see later that the G3X enables us to integrate these three together and have a better experience. So here is the page where the Garmin G3X allows us to choose between an internal and an external GPS. The internal, it's integrated in the G3X itself, and the external can be whatever you attach to your system. In our case, it's going to be a Garmin 430. But for this assignment, we're going to go ahead and focus on the G3X itself. So here I've shown how to switch between the external and the internal GPS, and our FPL source is going to be internal. So here I'm going to show you guys how I create a flight plan using the Garmin G3X. As you see, it is a touchscreen, which is very nice for when you're underground, as opposed to when you're flying and you're in turbulence. Touchscreen can be a little bit tricky in that case. But here we are entering Richmond, and our destination airport would be Myrtle Beach or KMYR. Very nice and simple. You enter the letters, press enter. Here we have a visual presentation on top of what the flight plan looks like. And here we can toggle between the full screen or split screen. It's very convenient to switch between the two. Here is our menu for our flight plan. We can save it or send it or activate or stop the flight plan. We also have some other information available to us on this page, including the bearings and the distances in between the legs, the time that we're going to be spending in flight, as well as the total distance. So now I'm going to show you guys a few other features as far as the flight plan goes. So after we've entered the flight plan here, we can go in between different pages to see weather, waypoints. This is the weather page right here. And this is the chart supplement. Here's the map of an airport as well as an aeronautical chart of the surrounding area. Having the G3X eliminates the need to have an iPad or an electronic flight bag with you. I still like to carry some paper charts if I'm doing IFR, and I also like to keep the chart supplement on me in paper format in case the G3X goes in up. But yes, it's very nice and convenient, and I really enjoy that aspect of it as well. So here is my absolute favorite feature of the G3X. While in flight, we can get updated charts, NOTAMs. You can look up frequencies along the route. All we have to do is just click on the airport identifier, as we saw earlier, and it'll give you the option for all of those. I also enjoy using this feature while I'm flying. I like to look up the weather along the route at the airports that I'm overflying, especially at nighttime. It helps me to see where the ceilings are in certain areas, and I also like to use the weather feature to show me where the weather used to be a few minutes ago, so it gives me a better idea of the movement of where the systems are going to. So here is a little bit more on the different pages that we have available to us. Just want to show you guys a little bit better. We can zoom in, zoom out. We have all the restricted airspace and everything else that we're going to need here. So the in-flight experience using the G3X is very similar to all other Garmin products. Garmin does a great job at keeping their interface very similar among their products. Another thing that I do enjoy is we have ADS-B in on all of our aircrafts here. So again, it eliminates the need for having an additional ADS-B antenna or receptor. And I also enjoy flying IFR using the G3X because I'm able to enter my minimums before takeoff, which it just reduces pilot workload. And I'm also able to bug my heading and my maximum altitude that I desire. And plus at nighttime, it's very easy to adjust the brightness, and it does it automatically too, if you set it to do so. And here's the beautiful view of Richmond at night, flying using the Garmin G3X. I just wanted to show you guys that in this image, we have the whole setup with the Garmin 430, the Garmin 500, the Garmin G3X. We are on the weather page here, so you see there is clouds. Right to our 6 o'clock, we are flying away from the weather. And I also have all of my engine instruments to the left side of the panel. Everything in one view. And it's a beautiful thing for night flying. Improvements that I would recommend for the Garmin G3X is I would like to see Garmin being better integrated with non-Garmin products, such as ForeFlight or the Sentry. I understand that's business. However, in the world of aviation, the better integrated we are, the safer we can be. And being able to sync my flight plans and my data from ForeFlight on my iPad straight into the G3X would be an amazing feature. And another thing that's missing from it is a built-in autopilot, but that would be the G1000, a lot more money. Well, thank you very much for listening to this, and have a blessed day.